Oh shit! What up, boys? It's Kamikaze Soundwaves, man. Black Metal Gamer is in the motherfucking house. What is going on, dude?
What's up, everybody? Black Metal Gamer!
What the
Hello.
fuck is up, dude?
Nothing, just chilling.
All right, man. Good shit, man. Hey, so what the fuck's good, man?
Man, I've been loving the shit out of Sega this year right now. Fucking playing Sonic Mania and Yakuza Zero. Like, it's great. It's a great time to be a Sega fan again.
Yeah, and I actually feel ashamed, man. I actually feel ashamed in myself because I am a Sega fan, and I'm like not really basking in a lot of the glory that Sega's really putting out. I'm kind of being like an asshole about it. Um, Man, I'm not down with that game shit. I'm not really fucking, I played Sonic Mania. I think that I might be the only one, dude, but I'm not really loving it. I feel like it's kind of more the 2D same shit. Um, and
Well,
yeah,
it's understandable. I mean, it's rehash of the old shit. I mean, if you want a new experience, it's nothing new here, dog. I understand that.
right. And I mean, like, look, I haven't finished it yet, so I call me crazy. I'm just saying, like, I don't hate it, but at the same time, like, I'm not exactly loving it thus far. It could be great. It could be fucking amazing, man. I'm just kind of right now, like, on the fence about it. And only what you saw me stream was like what I played thus far. But I think that you said it, like when we were on the Retro Bro stream. I think you said it right, man. That's a game that I probably should just play alone. I don't need to stream it. I don't need to record it. I just need to experience it. And I think I'd probably enjoy it a lot better if I did that.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's a game I refrain from live streaming because I feel like it'll hinder the experience of my member berries, or I don't know. It would change my perception of the game in itself.
Yeah. Well, that and also fucking Yakuza Zero, man. I need to play that shit, dude. Like, I've heard nothing but amazing and great things about it. It wasn't really on my radar. It seemed like a really cool game, but it was like, I have very limited time, so like I have to really pick and choose my games very carefully. And I know, like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? You play Overwatch from sun up to sundown. I get it, but like, there's games where like I only have a certain amount of time to play, dude. Like, I cannot invest my time into a game where, especially if it's like more than 50 to 60 hours, and I'm just not digging it. You know what I mean? And then
Oh, yeah, I totally understand. You can't like commit to a story-based game, especially if you have to like take an hour or two of your afternoon to like stay focused on the game. Where you can play like an arcade experience like Overwatch or one of my favorite games, Rocket League. Have you played Rocket League?
yeah, I think me and you also talked about that. Like, unfortunately have not played Rocket League. Like, I know blasphemy, right? But no, I have not. I have not fucking played it. And here's the reason why. I thought I had it, and then I tried to start it up on my Xbox One, and it was like, yeah, no. I thought it was a free game. I thought that I downloaded it or some way in shape or fashion, but every time I boot it up, it says like, hey, no, it just directs me back to the store, and the price tag is still $20. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta catch that game on a sale, man. I can't justify $20 for it.
Well, that's all on you, but I'll tell you what, you'll get the experience of your life. That's a great arcade. You want to talk about Sega arcade feels? That's what that game feels like. You know what? Maybe wait for the Switch version because you can cross-play with Xbox players and PC. So maybe that'd be a cool thing to do later on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if you watched some of my content recently, but I'm like kind of this point like anti-Switch. I'm very anti-Switch at this point. I bought it for my kids, but the experience that I've had with it, dude, I fucking hate it. I literally hate it. It is.
Yeah, we talked about this.
I have huge buyer's remorse for it at this point. I'm not happy with it, man. I'm not. I will say the best part of it is, I will say the strongest point of it is when I'm feeling like a fat lazy piece of shit and I don't want to fucking leave my bed. I can just crawl into the living room, grab it, and then crawl back to my bed, and I can play Splatoon 2 or Mario Kart and fucking full HD, like, fucking full console mode in my bed. That's about the best fucking aspect. That's about the best thing it's got going for it. Other than that, I think it's total trash. It's not worth $300.
Oh, totally, I agree.
So, That's where I'm at with it, man. I totally have buyer's remorse for me, but I will say, like, my kids are loving it. They love Splatoon 2. They're playing the shit out of the game. They're obsessed with that Splatoon game. I've tried it. I do see the appeal of it. It is fun. It is great, but still, like, it's just not my thing, man. Like, I'm just not. I just don't dig it. I do think like I said, I do play. I have played it. I do enjoy it, but like, I don't enjoy it as much as like I think that I should. I'm just not. I think the part of the reason that I don't enjoy it because I'm just not good at it. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm just not good at that fucking game. I suck at it.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. If you're not feeling the game, then fuck it. Who cares? I just got a bonus 500 credit boost on my GameStop card, so I was like, ooh, rubbing my hands, like, ooh, I can get the Switch for the holidays.
Yeah.
But then again, I was like, yeah, do I want to spend most of that credit on a GIMP fucking piece of shit hardware for a couple of games like Zelda and Mario, or do I want to get like fucking 20 games? So.
Right. But that's my thing. Like, I mean, me and JRPG talked about this the other day. It's like most of the games, you know, you don't own a Wii U, right?
No, never wanted one. Okay, I wanted one. Okay, remember when GameCube lost and sucked dick, and it was like $99, brand new in a box, and it came with Zelda? That was a motherfucking shit. I was waiting for Wii U to do the same thing, and it never happened. But I would get one. If Wii U was like $159 or something, I'd get it.
I would say, like, man, like, don't count the Wii U out. Like, you know, Nintendo's good, okay? And I think Wii U is actually really good. I think that it gets a lot of flack more than it really deserves. So here's the thing. This is what me and JRPG were talking about. Well, I guess, like, these are the points that I was bringing to the table. Like, let's be fair, let's be honest, man. There's most of the fucking games on this fucking console, right? They're basically ports of games that are on the Wii U already. So if you don't own a Wii U and you want to get a Switch to play these games that are like, you know, you get all the DLC, etc., it makes sense. But for someone in my fashion, like, I had a Wii U, I could have got Breath of the Wild for the same price, and it's kind of optimized for that system because it was actually built around that system. Mario Kart 8, bullshit. I mean, I have to get the deluxe version for it to be the game that it should have been in the fucking first place. You have Breath of the no, it's not Breath of the Wild. The fucking new Pokemon what's it? Pokemon Battle some shit. That's basically what's it called? It's I have Pokemon Tournament. That's basically gonna be another port. It's like basically this is like the same fucking game system with just nothing but ports. I mean, the exclusives that you really have to this system at this point is Splatoon and ARMS. I haven't played ARMS, I can't speak for that. Splatoon is more of the same, but it has a cult following at this point, so people love it. So, I mean, you know, it's really dealer's choice at this point, man. If you really want to invest in one, like, if you don't have a Wii U, but me going from Wii U and going to Switch, I feel really bummed out because I feel like I'm just buying an upgraded handheld version of a console that I already own. That's my
Switch is basically a Wii U too.
Yeah. And the Wii U was kind of like an upgraded Wii. It's like we just keep like gradual, like, you know, moving up this, like, you know, couple of steps. It's like I don't feel like I'm really buying some new iteration, like this new powerhouse. That's more like, you know, just a different way to play it. And like I'm not cool with that.
I knew something was wrong as soon as the fucking you know, when we went from GameCube, when PS3 and Xbox 360 went to HDMI, when the Wii came out and it didn't have that, I was like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit. I knew something was wrong. And then the fucking Wii U came out in 2012. I was like, god damn it, they're behind. Fucking the Wii U should have been what the Wii was in the first place, in my opinion. But
yeah, no, I completely agree. But, you know, and I've contemplated making this video, and like I'll spill the beans on like what I was getting at. Like I'm contemplating on making a video like why you should not buy a Switch, because I've got a lot of reasons for it, dude. Number one, you can't watch Netflix, you can't watch Hulu. Like, what the fuck? It's 2017. How are these like small things that are very integral in a lot of people's life nowadays just to overstep? Like, oh, you can watch it on something else, but why can't I watch it on your device? What's the problem with you having it? It's something stupid, very minuscule, but I still think that it's a very interesting point that they don't have that on their system.
Nintendo is like my fucking retarded brother because I was born in '83. Nintendo, NES came out in '85, so let's say he's my retarded 2 year later from my birth date brother. I love him, but I hate him. He's a fucking moron, but I love him, and he does retarded ass bullshit, and that's kind of what Nintendo is to me.
Yeah, no, agreed. And but still at the same time, it's like okay, you can't have the Hulu, you can't have the Netflix. Okay, that's strike one. Still you got two pitches in, right? Number two, the Joy-Cons suck. They suck. I literally had to watch a video to know in order for them to sync properly, and I would have never figured this out. If let's just go into like some crazy fucking third dimension where YouTube doesn't exist, where you can't get tutorials, right? Let's just say that shit never existed. I would have never known where I need to snap my Joy-Cons on, go into the system settings, desync them, unsnap them very quickly, put them back on, power off the system, and power it back on for them to sync properly. Because that's the way you gotta do it. That's the way you gotta do it. I'm not fabricating that fucking story at all. That is the way that you fucking sync the controllers.
I've seen a Dreamcast guy video and a few other videos. You could sync your PS3 and PS4 controllers, but it's not 100%. But there's ways to get around it.
Yeah, was fun. You're talking about those those USB adapter type things where it's like they like they'll read different controllers, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw those, and I was actually kind of interested in. Like, they don't seem very expensive on eBay, but that seems like something I could do in the future. But it's still, you know what? Even though it is like the method to get around it, it's kind of the principle, right? It's like I paid for it. This is how it should be. This is how it should work. It's kind of the principle behind the idea. Like, why should I have to do this? Fucking. Back alley way of getting my shit to work the way that I want it to, or on the other hand, not paying $70 fucking dollars for your Pro controller, because that's outrageous. That's fucking outrageous, man.
I'll buy the Hori controllers, no doubt, dude. I see them at Walmart. They're like $26. They're probably cheap as fuck, but who cares?
Yeah, I'm down for one of those, man. I haven't seen one in my Walmart. But if I find one out in the wild, like at my GameStop or Walmart, et cetera, I'm down. I'll pick that shit up immediately for $30. I think that's about the going price is $30. $30, I'll pick that shit up pretty quickly.
Yeah, at my store, there's absolutely no consoles, but like there's tons of Hori controllers and they're priced at like $26.88.
Yeah. So what the fuck you been playing on, man?
Yakuza. Just on Yakuza, man.
Is it something I really need to get, man? Is it like hands down like I need to just drop what the fuck I'm doing and play this shit?
If you like JRPGs, yeah, what I like about it, it's a JRPG game, but the combat system is a beat 'em up. Think of like River City Ransom or Final Fight. That's the battle system.
Okay.
And you can like upgrade your stats and shit for new moves, like uppercut or grab a motherfucker and kick him in his fucking neck. It's violent, dude. Like you can like fucking, you can smash their face in the car and like fucking knee their balls, like with upgrades. That's what you do. That's the RPG elements. But on the slow stance of the game, you got your dialogue, your missions and shit. But I like it. And the cool thing is too. On your side quest, you can go to a Sega arcade and play Outrun or fucking Space Harrier, like the full game too.
Sega's really good about that shit, man. They're always good about implementing that shit in their games, like those little fucking arcade fucking things, man. That's why I always just like treasure that fucking franchise, man. They're just always so good about the small little details, man. But no. Sure. So was Yakuza 0? That was the first one that you played?
Yeah, I never got into the series. I mean, that shit came out, in 2002 or 3 on PlayStation, like the first one. I pre-ordered the remake that comes out next week, but yeah, I never got into it. I thought it was just like a wannabe GTA, but far from it. No, it's a pretty in-depth crime story about like the Japanese mob. It's pretty cool, man.
I'll have to get that up, man. I've heard great things about it, man. I've heard nothing negative about it. So that might be something I pick up in the future.
Definitely, if you're a Sega fan, dude, I think you should get it. And the cool thing about it is it's really a mellow pace. It's not too convoluted. So like even though you're like watching cutscenes after cutscenes with like dialogue, you could press pause and go on to another game and go back to it, and you're not going to be too lost because it's pretty straightforward.
Well, I appreciate that,
It's
man. I like to be guided nowadays, man. Call me crazy, man, but getting old. Sometimes, like, I need to be guided in the right direction, man. I don't have like the you know what I mean, like the patience to like figure shit out on my own. Like, I'm just getting old and stupid. Um, so I literally cannot like figure shit out on my own nowadays. So I kind of appreciate being guided in the right direction.
Oh, I feel that, man. I feel like I lost like 5 years of my life platinuming getting the platinum for Bloodborne. Holy fuck!
Dude, yeah,
So,
I've seen you play that shit, dude. Man, I mean, what the fuck is your strategy behind that shit? Because, dude, I tried. Look, I will admit where I'm fucking not good at shit, and that is one game that I just cannot do. I don't know. I definitely don't have the patience for it. I definitely don't have the skill for it. Like, I mean, how do you tackle something like that? Like, how do you go in and like just succeed in something like that? Because I can't do it, man.
to me, it's like the comparison to nostalgic feelings of like old Ninja Gaiden, Ghouls and Ghosts, all those old NES hard games bundled into this new game, and like I got my game face on, dude, and in a ways, it kind of reminds me of Punch Out too, because when an enemy strikes, you got to dodge left or dodge right, hit like block. That's a game I really wanted to master. Like, you know how these like crazy fanatic fighting game players are with like Street Fighter, like they know every frame and move.
Right,
I
right,
always
right.
those games. That's the only game series I do it with. Like Witcher, no, fuck no, don't care. Like any other open world game, don't care. But when it comes to Souls, I get down and dirty with the gritty because to me, Souls is the evolution I've always wanted for Zelda and Castlevania meshed in one.
So, all right. So you beat Bloodborne, yes?
Yeah, I beat it 3 times, 3 different endings, beat all the fucking chalice dungeons, did everything.
You're all right. So your first go around, how many hours? How many hours did that take you?
Shit, I have to track it down at least like 150.
Oh man, that's fucking crazy, dude. Like, look, man, respect where respect is due. Like, dude, I could not fucking do that. There's no way. Look, dude, I couldn't get past. I couldn't even get past the fucking first boss, man. Um, and I probably could have if I would put the fucking time and effort into it. But, dude, like my patience has were very thin. Like I have dumbed my gaming down dramatically compared to how I used to be. Like literally, I need fucking shit handed to me. Like play the game this way and go. I'm fucking. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. I can learn some new tricks, but at the same time, like it's gonna take me a while to learn those new tricks. I'm not really up for the challenge sometimes. But here's a funny story, man. You might laugh at this shit. I was gonna play a whole fucking let's play of Bloodborne. I remember starting that video with the camera on, like, "Fuck you guys, let's go! I'm the best. Here's Bloodborne. Look, look. I know there's this fucking stigma around this game. I'm gonna murder this shit." Yeah, I deleted all that footage immediately, dude. I could not do it. I could
Yeah,
not put even the fucking first video out, dude. I fucking suck.
it's not for everyone, dude. That's a very hard game. You want to talk about transferring the frustrations of Ghouls and Ghosts to our day and age? Yeah, there you go. That's the game. It's fun.
Yeah, good shit, man.
Um, mind you, I'm not a trophy whore. If you look at my trophies, I have 2 platinums. One's for a fucking pussy platinum. I played the fuck is that game? I bought it for $1. My name is Mayo. You just fucking click on shit, and Bloodborne. That's it. Other than that, I don't give a fuck. The only reason I wanted to get the platinum on Bloodborne, I fucking had like 97% completion, and I was like, what? And I looked at like the list. I was like, oh, okay, I have like 2 or 3 trophies. Oh, may as well get them. But Dark Souls, no, never will I platinum Dark Souls is bullshit because you have these things called covenants where you like pray down and kneel, and these motherfucking things require leveling up systems, and you have to level up to like 20 to like 50 and shit, like 99. Like, I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Already in the game where you level up, and then I got to level up in another system and a fucking covenant system, or I got to level up for your fucking faction. Fuck you. Hell no. So,
What's your take on like I don't know if you follow my channel. I play this game called Observer. Do you like weird abstract like walking simulators with like just scary horror shit? Me personally, I love horror scary shit, like the most freakiest fucking. And I don't like I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Jason, I like fucking Freddy, etc., etc. But what I'm getting, I like psychological horror, the shit that dives down into your fucking brain. Do you like shit like that?
yeah, to answer your question, one of my favorite games of the horror genre of all time is the GameCube game Eternal Darkness.
Yeah,
And
that game is
I
fucking.
love Outlast. I have Outlast the complete edition. That game is great. And I was actually curious to see what Observer was all about. I seen you stream it and watched a little bit of the gameplay. I never played Layers of Fear. I'm not really big into the walking sim things, but if it's got fucked up things going on, then I'm all for it.
Man, then, dude. All right, so I will say start with Layers of Fear. It is a walking sim game. It's not action oriented in any way, shape, or form. It is a walking sim game. But, dude, the visuals, the conversations, the fucking things that transpire in that game are beyond fucked up. Whoever made that game has fucking serious issues, and I'd love to talk to them just one on one. It's crazy, dude. And I will say that Observer like takes it a little bit one notch above that. But I will say, like, start with. I'm not saying like you need to start and work your way up. You can start with either one. They're both great. But Layers of Fear kind of like is a little bit of the dumbed down version. I will say start with that one and then do Observer, because if you do Observer and then go back to Layers of Fear, you can kind of see like Layers of Fear is like their kind of starting ground. You can kind of see like it's very predictable if you play Observer.
Yeah, it's like the stepping stone of what they really wanted to achieve for the like their gameplay mechanics.
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
Awesome, dude. I can't wait for Call of Cthulhu. Their Xbox is supposed to get a remaster of that. And I think PS4 is actually getting it too, but no one's talking about it. It's supposed to happen this year.
And Kamikaze, man, I know about that game. I've heard about that game, but I've never played it. Is something I really need to check out?
I never played it either. I know Retro Bro has it, and he says it's fucking nutty and it's crazy. So that's all I want, dude. I love horror games, bro. Like my favorite horror game of all time is Resident Evil 1 Remake, Resident Evil 2, and Eternal Darkness. Those games slay butthole.
So, hey, well, while we're on that topic, though, like, all right, so what's your favorite, like, not scary, horror, bloody, like, I mean, psychologically, that dives down into your brain, scariest fuck with you movie of all time?
Tough to say. A movie that does that? I liked High Tension from France. That was a good movie. I like the first Hellraiser. I love Nightmare on Elm Street 1, even though that's kind of like a goofy hack slash movie. Psychological.
Psychological horror, that's my favorite, dude. I love that shit,
Oh,
man.
that is a good genre. I'm just trying to think right now. You got me on the spot. There's so much good movies.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and just point out mine, and you can call me a bitch if you want to. I'm perfectly content with being called a bitch.
Oh, Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery, yeah, Pet Cemetery. Fucking Cujo's that fucking motherfucker, boy. He will rip your butthole off of your face. I will say that I thought, and call me crazy, but I thought The Ring was one of the most fucking scariest movies in the last long time, man. It's a little stupid, I get it, but the original Ring was pretty psychological.
Ring you, Japan. I've seen it. No, I feel you. That movie's fucking kind of disturbing, terrifying with like the VHS filters and the effects.
Oh man, I love that shit, dude. And if you like shit like that, dude, you'll love Layers of Fear, and you will love Observer, man. They really are fucking down. Like, I mean, it's straight psychological. It's not like boo, like scary. They do have their little jump scares, but they're fucking visuals. Like, they will get up under your skin and give you chills, man. It's good fucking horror, dude.
Not like fucking Paranormal Activity.
Oh god, that was the worst.
They're
uh,
all right. They serve their purpose. I like the first one or two, but they got redundant.
yeah,
I actually
absolutely.
like Insidious a little bit, but that's a whole other discussion. We can go on about horror movies and psychological thrillers and shit.
Yeah. But that's what kind of like my bread and butter, man. Like I love scary shit, dude. I really do. Like for example, like I kind of like critically acclaimed Dead Space for a long time because I love horror in
Oh my
space.
god, yes, do Dead Space. Do EA please make a Dead Space trilogy HD? Come on.
Yeah,
Do it.
and
Suck your dick.
did you play Dead Space 3?
No, I only played the first two.
Yeah, and I never finished the third one, man. It just I couldn't. It wasn't the same game. It just was not the same game. The second one kind of even wasn't the second game or the same game, but
They wanted to make it a cover shooter, and that's not what Dead Space is about. It's about tension and survival, not fucking hoarding fucking bullets and guns and shit.
yeah. And the first one, man, the first one got me, dude. Like it legitimately was a fucking. I consider it like almost like a classic, dude.
Motherfuckers want to talk about Resident Evil 4 as like the best like action horror game. I don't know. I think Dead Space takes that motherfucker for its money, bro.
Oh, absolutely, fucking absolutely. I will say that Resident Evil 4 is it's a certified classic and for a reason, man. But I will say it's good on not the horror end, it's good on the action end. When it comes to horror, I think Dead Space takes that shit fucking immediately right up under its ass.
Oh, for sure. Did you get the PS4 report for Resident Evil 4? It's so smooth, dude. It's like
No, I have it on Xbox One actually, and I will.
okay. No, that's fair enough. It's same frame rate. It doesn't matter. That's
But
an old ass game.
I got it on Xbox One, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I wasn't super impressed. It looks good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say that it doesn't look good. It does look good, but it was like, I mean, I didn't see like a huge appeal of it. I'm like, it's kind of more the same. But I will say this: I hadn't played Resident Evil 4 in a long time since I got it on Xbox One. And when I played it on Xbox One, I'm like, God, man, I fucking suck at this game. I'm so used to playing like Overwatch and more modern games where I could not realize like where to aim and do all this shit. Like it just my hands and the controls were just not clicking at all.
Yeah, it's kind of the same awkwardness when you go back to playing fucking GoldenEye. You're like, oh, what the shit is this? Oh, I gotta aim with this left stick, and oh, I gotta fucking shoot with the left triggers. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Very
exactly. But all right. So I'm curious though, man. I've watched a lot of your stuff. I think we've chatted like our first time we ever like chatted up in person was on the Retro Bro stream. But like, I don't know if you've answered this question or maybe I haven't seen it. Like, what is your favorite hands down game of all time? Period.
Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Okay. All right.
That's always my answer. I love that game, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's not the perfect game. It's dated, but I can always go back to it and play it over and over. I love it.
So you were
Besides that, probably Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
So you weren't fucking kidding, man. You were fucking the Nintendo Cube for a reason, man. You really do love Nintendo, dude.
Oh yeah, back then I did, but that was a different regime. It ain't the same now.
Yeah, for real. For me, hands down, my favorite game of all time. It's a very, I'm a type of person. It depends on what day you ask me, and it depends on when I'm playing that game. But right now, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time, just because I'm going back and replaying it. Man, that game changed me as a gamer. Like it changed me.
Great choice.
It made me understand that it's important for story in a game. It made me care about characters. It made me care about learning about characters, their background, where they're going, how they feel. Like that was a very impactful game for me, man. And I know everybody says that shit. Final Fantasy VII is a great, whatever. But for me, it legitimately was, man. It was a very serious and very important game for me, man.
if you're legitly raised with it, then there's no fucking argument or questions, and it's a good game.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, my first Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy IV, which was at the time two on Super Nintendo with Cecil and Kane. Loved that game. Played three, and all of a sudden it was like, where's the rest of them? Oh, seven's coming. PS1. I fucking pre-ordered that shit, bought it, and I loved it. The music is fantastic. That game was a landscape for sure for gaming.
Oh yeah, man.
A
Yeah,
stepping
absolutely.
a stepping stone for cinematic epic gaming before that really was a thing.
Well, you seem to like kind of like and correct me if I'm wrong, but you kind of like more obscure games, right? Like more like not like the normal, yes.
Yeah, well, I like a lot of games. I'm not really a picky gamer. I like a lot of shit.
So here's my question because I bring these two games up a lot, and a lot of people don't have any idea what I'm talking about, and they've never played them. Did you ever play No More Heroes? It was a game made by the same guy who made Killer 7. Um,
Okay, that okay,
Suda 51. Suda 51.
okay. Wasn't that on the Wii?
Yeah. Fucking No More Heroes. It
Yeah,
started off on the
lightsaber.
Wii. Yes,
I pl-
absolutely.
I played it like the first couple levels. Played demo. I never went through the game though. It wasn't bad, but I just never went through with it.
Oh, okay.
So I can't say that I like it because I never went through with it. But
Fair
for what
enough.
it was, when I played, it was cool. And I'm
Yeah,
hearing Switch is getting a new one.
yeah, dude. I mean, I can't help but tell you, but like, I adored that game, man, because I just was, I always like tried to like classify myself as someone who liked weird, obscure shit, and not on purpose, just because that was kind of my preference, man. I just like weird, obscure shit. I know that's probably weird to say from someone who streams Overwatch mostly, which is like a fucking fan favorite across the fucking world. But no, before like I got into multiplayer games, etc., I liked weird fucking games, and I still do. I mean, we're talking about Layers of Fear and the Observer, etc. I like weird shit. But man, that game was so just like its storytelling was so different, weird, bloody, Quentin Tarantino style. Like it was straight up my fucking alley, man. Straight up my fucking alley.
I mean, I know of it. I've watched gameplay videos and shit. I just never. They actually released it on PS3 too with Move controllers. I just
Yeah,
never
yeah,
got.
yeah. But I never played on PS3, and a buddy of mine, I tried to talk him into it, and he ended up getting on PS3, and he was like, "Oh man, it's so great." I'm like, he told me he got it on PS3, and I'm like, I don't think you're experiencing it right because those, it was like these controllers were like you were like doing back slams and body slams, like using the fucking Wiimotes, and I was like, dude. Whoever thought of this like deserves gold medals after gold medals. They are fucking inventive as hell. But no. But even Killer 7. Did you ever play Killer 7 on the GameCube?
Oh, way back in it. Yeah, I rented it. I never beat it though, but yeah,
But
it was pretty cool. Cell shaded first person shooter.
I loved it, man. I thought it was so abstract and weird. I mean, I won't lie to you.
No,
I had
it's
to,
underrated. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but I definitely had to use the internet to beat that shit because it was not very intuitive. I definitely was not able to beat that shit on my own. I had to use a strategy guide or let's play off the internet, etc. But man, I like those just weird abstract games. I like shit like that, man.
Oh, no doubt. Me too. Have you? The only Suda 51 game I did beat. Have you played Shadows of the Dam?
That was one game that I passed up on and I regret it. And I haven't found the time to go back and play it, but I really want to. So tell me, man, is that
Like,
something I really need to play?
yeah, it's good, dude. It's got the action gunplay of like Resident Evil 4. You know, the behind the shoulder shooting, but it's quirky, it's silly, but it's kind of nutty. It's got that Suda 51 quirkiness to it, but it's also by Shinji Mikami. So it's like a great marriage of both worlds.
Oh, wow, that sounds fucking
It's a
awesome.
dude, you get a gun that you upgrade. It's called the Big Boner, and you like it's over the top as fuck. It kind of reminds me of like if Devil May Cry had like Devil May Cry meets From Dusk Till Dawn. If you combine those two, that's kind of the vibe I get. Because your main protagonist is a Hispanic guy, and he's fucking awesome. His name's Garcia Hotspur, and I will shoot motherfuckers with my big cock gun.
All right, so you're a DMC fan, yes?
Um,
Kind of.
somewhat. Yeah, a little bit. Not a huge fan. I mean, I like it, but I was never a huge fan.
So what's your take on DMC? Like not the newest one from Ninja Theory, like the DMC game. Did you like that?
Oh, I never played it actually. I played the demo. I actually playing the demo. I was like, what the fuck's the problem? I really don't see why people are pissed. Yeah, he looks kind of queer, but whatever. It's a reskin. And when you use your double triggers, he has the original Dante look anyway. So I didn't get what the hell was the fuss.
Dude, I actually think that's the best fucking. I mean, if you can find it on sale for like $4 or $5, dude, you don't even need to buy the definitive edition. That shit can go down the toilet.
I see all
Uh,
stars for like $10 at the store. I'll get it because when I played it, I was not having a bad time. I was like, this is badass.
it
I had
really
no problem.
It really is. And honestly, I wasn't even a fucking Devil May Cry fan. Like, call me crazy, but Dante's a cool fucking character. I watched like the little show on Netflix and et cetera, et cetera. He's a badass fucking character. I mean, I played Marvel vs. Capcom. I was addicted to fighting games. I know who he was. I think I played the first Devil May Cry game. Wasn't for me. But actually, I do lie. I did play that Devil May Cry 4. Where you like they introduced that character Neo has like that weird like blue arm or some shit that could stretch, and that was cool. But I will say like DMC like that fucking the new one, man, dude, that was a good fucking beat 'em up, a very solid beat 'em up, man. I don't think he gets enough praise, man, at all.
Yeah, it gets a lot of fucking social media hate through the pipeline. People are like, it's not the same Dante. He doesn't have long white hair. Dante has always been a snarky little fuck
Yeah,
with emo hair. People are like, oh, this new one's emo. It's like the original Dante's emo. He's got like a perm, sideways fucking parted white hair fucking shit going down his face. Who cares?
exactly.
I never got.
The
I
gameplay.
never really got that.
The gameplay was amazing, dude. I mean, like I said, the whole story mode, et cetera, that was actually pretty well done. I'm not gonna lie. I actually did a whole review of that game when I started my channel, man. When I started my channel back in the day, dude, I was all about doing game reviews. That's all I planned on ever doing. And then like I just ventured off into doing all kinds of crazy shit. But you should do game reviews, or do you still do game reviews, don't you?
Oh yeah, I slide them in. My channel is kind of a variety special. It's comedy, but I still do the game things too.
But most of your game reviews, correct me if I'm wrong, but like the ones that I've seen, like where you kind of just like play the game initially and review it as you're playing it, yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. And I mentioned that like on when I was doing my like who I'm subscribed to and why, like, and that's great, man. Like I think that's a really clever style. But like for me, like my thing is like the reason I stopped reviewing games because, dude, reviewing games for me, like if I reviewed a game, it would take me like 3 weeks. I would have to play the entire game, record all the footage, chop it up, do a voiceover, write a script. I would write a script, do a voiceover, cut in the parts of what I'm talking about, and it's like, dude, and like I get 2 views out of it. I'm like, fuck this shit. It's just too much. And
No,
nobody even gives a fuck. So it was like too much
I
work,
used to
man.
think of it like that. I used to think of it in that structure, but it's like I'm not getting paid, dude. If YouTube rolls in the cash and like, hey, you want more money? Do it a little more professional. Then of course I'll fucking do way more editing. But fuck that shit. I'm just gonna play the game and talk about it and show you what I got to show and talk about it and wrap it up. The end. Whatever.
No, I saw like I think I saw your review of it was like a ninja game. I forgot what it was. Started with an A. Fuck, I can't remember.
Origami.
Yeah. I watched your review of that, and I was like, that's a clever way to do it. Like, just play the game, reviewing it as you're doing it. Um, but and I was like, oh, okay, that's a cool way to do it. But at the same time, like, my brain just doesn't work like that. I was like, I feel like I don't do it justice. But from doing a game review in that style that like I did it, I was like, I have to do it this way, or it doesn't seem legitimate. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
yeah. So I was like,
By no means is my way perfection. My shit's sloppy and hack as fuck. But I'm just trying to talk about the game, promote it. Like, hey, here's this game. Like, as if you're sitting next to me on the couch. Hey, you want to see this game? Press start on the screen. Here, this is what I got to show you.
Yeah,
That's kind of what
exactly.
I do.
But that's good shit, though. I mean, I just, like I said, like I kind of, like, I have completely taken my channel in a completely different direction, man. Like doing let's plays. I never even expected to like put my face on the camera at one point when I started my channel. I was like, dude, I'm doing game reviews. Like that's all I ever want to do. I will say that I was kind of fascinated with just game reviews. Like I just loved watching game reviews. You could show me the same game review from like 15 different people and I'd love to watch it. I just love the review process of everybody having their own ideas, thoughts behind the same game like that I played to see what other people thought about it. I just love that shit, man. I love it. I love it, dude. I love YouTube. I love YouTube.
Real. You know it's the best game reviewer in my opinion. Have you heard of Matthew Matosis, this Irish dude?
I have not.
I'll link you. I think you're not on Facebook on my friend. I'll just link you on Skype Messenger. I'll send you a link. This guy does like 20, 30-minute reviews. I know it's a little long, but he goes down to the science. Like
No, I'm good with
physics of
that.
the.
I love shit like that, dude. When it's boring to death, I love it even more.
I've never seen a reviewer so in depth. Like he will talk about the structure, the level design, like the pixel, like everything. I was like, what the fuck? Like this guy isn't even getting paid, but this guy is like fucking beyond my imagination. He's rad.
Oh, I love
Dude,
shit like that.
He's a game reviewer that puts the shit down.
Oh, I'm
No, I
down.
like funny reviews. So I love like John Tron, old AVGN, Silent Rob, whatever. Just old shit.
As far as like game reviews go, like I like, and you may call me crazy, but I kind of like Some Call Me Johnny. He's not funny at all. When he tries to be funny, like he's not funny at all. But when he goes in depth, like I really feel like what he's saying. Like he puts it in words where I understand it.
He gets a point across. Dreamcast guy is not bad either.
Oh yeah, and he's gotten like really legitimate. Like he's doing that shit full time now, man.
He's actually a go-to guy because he's on it. Like he'll let you know within like a couple days within like the next game, and he'll let you know like on the real. He'll be like, "Oh, this game has faults here. It's cool, but it's got frame rate issues." Like he's honest. Like he's never lied to me about a game, so he's kind of like my go-to guy to make sure a game's all right, and he's been cool about it.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah,
watch
so
him even
fun.
back in the day, man. I thought his channel was really, like pretty legit back then, but like now he's like fucking full time in this shit. And like, no, I still watch him to this day. I don't even think I'm subscribed to him, but if I see him come across, if I see Dreamcast, I was like, oh shit, Dreamcast guy. You know how it is. Like sometimes you just like don't subscribe to someone, but like you watch their content
Right.
regularly. And you're like, after a while, you're like, fuck, I really just need to subscribe to this fucking guy.
Here's news. We Happy Few is now on PS4. I swear that was a GameStop or GameStop. I'm fucking retarded. Xbox exclusive or
What?
console.
Well, it started on Steam. It started on Steam as a early access game, and I have, and that's very funny you say that, dude. I am super interested in that game. It's kind of like a BioShock type feel, so it's right up my alley with weird shit, et cetera, et cetera.
BioShock. It reminds me of like BioShock meets like Stanley Kubrick, like Clockwork Orange
Oh
shit.
yeah, absolutely, with the faces and all that shit. Yes, yes, sir.
$51. They're out of their fucking mind. I'll wait till Christmas. Half off, son. I'll wait. Fuck
Yeah,
that shit.
and but
I'm paying for a survival game.
yeah, I know it's been coming to console. It's been on Xbox One for a while, but I knew it was in
Yeah.
early access when I saw it, and I was like, early access. Like I bought too many early access games, and I won't lie. Some early access games, I was like, this is promising. I'm glad that I invested my money into it. But some of them, I've been like, fuck, that was a bad fucking decision.
This brings up a good point. I don't know if we talked about it, but that Crackdown fucking delay. My God.
Are you a Crackdown fan, man?
I never even played the first one. No, I don't care. I became a new Xbox fan. I actually became an Xbox fan this generation. Fifth and sixth, or no, they never even existed fifth gen. Sixth and seventh generation, I just laughed at them. I thought they were a joke. But I was convinced to backtrack on Xbox, and I actually really like it. And
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed because in December 2016, I had a killer deal. I traded my N64 for a GameStop promo, traded my old ass console, and got me a Xbox One. I was like, oh, I'm going to get me Scalebound. I can't wait. And it was canceled. I was like, oh man, this is balls, and then sour.
Well,
But the point, I love Gears, and I can't wait to get into Halo.
oh, so
And
you never played Halo
uh,
before?
no, I played it casually, like multiplayer, like split screen, but I never played the campaigns. Like I
Dude,
said, dude, I was a Sony and Nintendo and Sega fanboy back then. I was a Japanese console fan, not a Microsoft fan.
yeah, it took me a long time to I got sucked into Microsoft, man. I did. I was all about I was all about the fucking shit. Struck by damn shit. I was all about fucking Sega Dreamcast. I mean, even though PS2 came out, et cetera, Xbox came out, I didn't give a fuck, dude. I had a GameCube, I had a PS2, I had to sell all my shit. It's a long story. But basically, the only system that I ended up keeping was my Dreamcast. I even sold all my games for my Dreamcast. But where I restarted back was with the Xbox. And dude, it gripped me by the fucking balls, and I couldn't. It didn't let go, dude. I was all about that fucking Microsoft life, dude. Halo was the biggest reason. I remember going to a friend's house. It was actually I was doing construction, and his son was playing Halo, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta fucking own this. I've gotta fucking play this. And this is back when I even stopped playing video games. But Halo drew me back. Halo drew me back into playing video games. So anyway, going forward, I was a Microsoft fanboy, and I talked about this on the Retro Bros show, and I think with JRPG, I was a Microsoft fanboy. I don't give a fuck. I was, and PlayStation 4 is the one that drew me out of being a Microsoft fanboy. It did. I got a PS4 before I got an Xbox One because the PS4 was just killing it, dude. Like it had so many options. I didn't get a PS4 day one, but it had so many options and shit. But it was a great console, dude.
It's a smarter investment if you're on a budget. Like, oh, let's see, get this console where it's only third-party multi-plat shooter and sports, or do I want this platform, which is PS4? I can get everything. I can get JRPGs, I can get action, Japanese games, fucking strategy games, shooters. You get everything all in one. To me, it kind of reminds me going back to like the Super Nintendo and Genesis days. Xbox One really reminds me of Genesis, but not as great. Obviously, Genesis was way better, but Sony PS4 really reminds me of Super Nintendo. Like it just had all the third party and the Japanese shit.
Yeah, no doubt. But for me, Microsoft, like it just like I said, it was I would refuse to see anybody's points. I would care what anybody who was a PlayStation fan. I didn't care. I would argue with you all day why you're wrong, blindly, because I was blinded. I'm sure everyone's been there. If you're a fanboy, you're a fanboy, you know. So when I eventually,
I had Genesis and SNES. I was like, nah, I can't pick one. I just want both. But
right? Well, yeah. Well, I mean, but when it came, when the later generations,
I've known kids that had no choice. Like you had Super NES or Genesis, and you stood by it, and you fucking stood your ground and talked shit on the other. I've been there.
well, my thing was like I mean. When it came time to either put up or shut up, and my wife was like, "All right, your birthday, or my daughter is born on the exact same day I'm born, so I don't have a birthday anymore. So basically, we treat Father's Day like my birthday. So she was like, "What do you want? Tell me what you want, because I'll get you whatever you want for Father's Day." And I was like, "Fuck it, PS4, just get the fucking PS4." And she played a little trick on me. Anyway, I ended up getting the fucking PS4, and I'm glad I did, man. I think it was the fucking best decision. It was way better. I ended up getting Xbox One like a couple months later. I went in there and I got that Sunset Overdrive fucking pack deal, and I was really pissed off. That wasn't even a fucking hard copy of that shit. It was a fucking downloadable code, motherfuckers.
Ew.
But here's the thing, and I think already, like I'm a huge Destiny fan. And Destiny is like very exclusive to Sony. You get exclusive weapons. So I went the right route because I got sucked into Destiny for almost about 2.5 years. And so.
But Xbox they got ass fucked in the mouth for the fucking DLC being postponed for that platform. Fuck. Sony ball hogged that shit. But you know what comes around goes around. 360 had DLC for GTA like 1 or 2 years before PS3. Yeah. So I don't want to hear it. We'll eat a dick. It's called
Yeah.
capitalism.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Xbox, like, I mean, the thing is, like, look, Sony has like their like little PC, this, that, and a third. But Microsoft, man, they're a fucking powerhouse when it comes to money. Like they make fucking computers. They make fucking PCs. Like they have to at the end of the day have more money than Sony. They have to. I mean,
Oh yeah, they're a huge empire. That's like comparing like Carl's Jr. to McDonald's. Like McDonald's fucking has a fucking worldwide empire.
right,
Of,
but that's what I'm getting at. Like they could invest the time and the money into these franchises and say, hey, they may sell more games, but like we'll give you more money. Like they could do that and sell more consoles, but like I just don't know what the fuck goes with their brain, man. They
well, I was
clearly have.
talking to John about this. They don't care. They're comfortable. They're happy being like the second place platform. They just want to be a third party Windows 10 box. They're fun because people are every day a kid turns 16 and what does he want? GTA 5. That game sells gangbusters and people want to buy like the microtransactions and that's their service. That's how they make their money. Xbox Live and all these fucking DLCs and microtransaction deals. They don't give a shit about like putting all these millions of dollars in these first party studios. Sony has no choice because their other assets suck dick.
Yeah. No, I think me and you were talking about this on the Retro Bros show, and I was like, I kind of, I always, every time me and him do those shows, sometimes I think I get like too drunk, so I like go back and watch the entire thing to make sure I'm not making an ass of myself. So I remember me and you having this conversation about how kids, like, older kids, they want to play this and that. I guess the point that I was getting to it with is like, when it comes to like my kids, and I can't speak for everyone. I just speak, I guess, that time that we were talking about it, like, I guess I was speaking for myself, and that's not the point that I was getting across. But this is what I was trying to say was, I would never let my kids play, like, Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, anything like that. Like, my oldest son is 15, and dude, he's lucky to get to play Splatoon. Like, I don't let them play violent shit, because here's the thing. I grew up playing that shit, and I feel like it's made me a very... derivative person where like, I'm very antisocial. I'm very like fuck everyone. Look, I'm not blaming video games for any of this stuff. I'm just trying to give a personal thing. I just feel like I try to keep them away from the things that I grew up with because I was watching like Nightmare on Elm Street when I was like fucking 4, dude. Like that shit was like not a big deal. But I don't let them watch scary movies. I don't let them play like crazy fucking games. Et cetera, et cetera. But that's the whole point I'm getting to. That was the point that I was getting to is like, I don't let them play crazy, scary, et cetera, et cetera. Like even Five Nights at Freddy's, like I have Five Nights at Freddy's like on my tablet. And my kids love to play Minecraft and they're like terrified to press the Five Nights at Freddy button. Like they'll fucking go ballistic. Like, oh God. But it's a personal preference.
You're being a good parent, and you want them to like retain their innocence in childhood for a little while. I mean, eventually they'll turn 16 and 17 and say "fuck the world," but why force them to be that way at 14? You know
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
agree. I agree. Like my oldest son, like I have, I try to ease him into like more of the things that like I watch. You know what? All right, my wife's not watching this shit, but I let him watch a fucking Outlast when he was like maybe like 12, and that game is fucking crazy, dude. The
Don't
scene.
let them watch Whistleblower. Whistleblower is not for kids. I'm
Oh,
telling you that much.
dude, yeah, and I was like, I think he's old enough, but like literally, he had to like close his eyes and run out the room. But I guess the thing is like, I guess being a parent is like, I just try to preserve that innocence as long as I can. You know
Yeah,
what I
they're
mean?
kids. And, don't push them to be an adult because that time's precious.
Yeah,
I get what
exactly.
you're saying.
But so I guess the whole point that I was getting to, like, I don't let my kids play like Grand Theft Auto. I know what you were getting to, like, I guess a lot of parents don't really care or not care, but not know what their child are playing. Me, like, I know what the fuck is out there because I play games. So if clearly, like, I like to strictly force them to Nintendo, and the whole point that I was getting to, like, that's why I trust and love Nintendo for my children because I know they're not playing something out of bounds where I don't know they're not, doing something or playing something they shouldn't be.
Yeah, basically, yeah, good parents or gamer parents will guide their kids to want to play Nintendo, but I feel the kids that don't have gamer parents, they're gonna play what the other kids want to play. And I'm telling you right now, my buddy's kid, he's 7. I saw him on his little phone. He's watching GTA like stunt videos and like fucking mods. That's what the kids want. It's Minecraft and GTA.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
I will say
Oh,
that I don't play Minecraft, but I do appreciate it, man, because all my kids love fucking Minecraft, man. I love the fact that they play together, they build shit together. It's a good feeling, man. I love that they're like all connected, playing the same game. And I don't fucking understand Minecraft. I have tried to play it. It's not fucking for me. I don't understand it. It's just it is what it is. But I love to see like my kids love that shit. And still to this day, I have not figured out what the fuck people are intrigued about the game about.
yeah, I can't get into it, but at the same time, when I was a kid or a preteen, I loved SimCity, SimCity 2000. But I guess different folks for different folks. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hey, I'm gonna take a little. Are you still down to chat for a little bit?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm about to take a shot of some vodka. I'm just chilling out, bro.
All right, cool. Give me like about 3 minutes, man. I gotta take a leak, man. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll take a smoke. Later, fellas, I'll sing you a song as Kamikaze releases from his dong. He releases kiss from his tits. No, sorry. I'm trying to entertain the folks. So let me check this motherfucking chat. Oh, what the fuck, bro? Let me see here, right here. Here to here to here, here, here. Trying to find the chat. Burn out the day. I burn out the night. I got a little loving feeling and it feels just right. I'm burning for you. Burn, burn it, burn, just a burn, burn. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I think we lost the chat. You're like, fuck this motherfucking weird motherfucker. "99 red balloons in the sky." Doom, 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 doom. Sorry, I'm a, I'm a little drunkish. Bottoms up. Oh yeah. Ah. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. God damn, this charger sucks dicks.
Yo.
What's up, Jose? With the Sorry, I had to do my polished door.
So you're a vodka guy?
Fuck yeah, I love vodka.
Mm.
Drinking that shit right now, son.
I'm all about that fucking bourbon, man.
Bourbon's cool too. I love some whiskey. Love Jim Beam or Jack.
Yeah.
Not wild, no. Fuck Wild Turkey. That shit's the devil.
Fuck. My thing with vodka, man. I went on vacation about 2 years ago, and all right, I drink a lot, man. I drink a lot. My tolerance is like crazy stupid. So like, I literally. Anyway, long story short, I fucking drank like 2.5 gallons like within a week, and I was like, I can't drink vodka anymore, man. After that fucking week, man, it fucked up my life, man. I couldn't function and shit anymore. I was like, I cannot drink vodka anymore. I was drinking this shit with like Monster and lemonade. I was fucked up for the entire week.
Yeah, I feel that, bro. It's a little too much is fucking fucked up.
Yeah, fucking Jaeger, man. I love me some Jaeger, man. You drink Jaeger?
I used to as a teen, but no, I hate licorice. I'll drink it. I ain't picky though. You offer me a shot, I'll drink it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm like a whore wanting dick when it comes to alcohol. I'm like, fuck, I'll drink that shit.
Yeah, man, I fucking I pretty much drink.
Still, I will not take that. I'll fucking smack that out of your hand and call you a faggot.
What'd you say? What was it?
I said I'll take any drinks except Still Reserve. You offer me that shit, I'll smack it out of your hand.
Hey, what about Four Loko, man? You drink fucking Four Loko?
Oh yeah, bro. That's what I drank a lot last year, a couple years ago.
Man, Four Loko, man. Four Loko turns you into a fucking cabbage, man. That shit.
I don't like the stomach pains and the diarrhea. It's bad on the indigestive system. That's why I stopped. But I did like the buzz it gave me.
Well, I used to drink. What's it called? Well, I can't. I will buy it every once in a while. But here's the thing: when it comes to drinking alcohol, like I can drink bourbon all fucking night, and we can have a conversation, and we can talk. I can communicate, etc., etc. Scotch, I can kind of do the same thing. I don't like it that much. Vodka makes me a little bit more angry for some reason. But when it comes to tequila, man, tequila makes me fucking stupid. Like, I cannot communicate. I cannot talk to you. I just fucking slur like a motherfucker. I have nothing. I mean, I can't bring nothing to the table. I can probably tell you what a banana is. I probably can't point it out in the lineup. But tequila makes me fucking stupid, dude.
I think that's the unspoken agreement. Tequila is like the worst fucking liquor anybody can drink. It's unpredictable. It's fucked up. I stay away from it. Unless it's top shelf. Like, if you got me like a Cabo or anything like top tier, I'll drink a shot of that shit. But you give me like Jose Cuervo or anything out of a plastic bottle, no fan.
You ever tried mezcal? That's the shit with the worm in it.
I ate the worm. I thought
Yeah,
you
I
said
have
that.
too. I have too. Did it fuck with you at all? Because like everybody like, oh man, you're gonna get like terrible nightmares. It didn't do shit to me.
Well, when I did that shit, I was a teenager, so I don't really remember, man. I'm 34, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, tequila, man. When I like, here's the thing. Like I said, like when I drink tequila, man, it just makes me a fucking retard, dude. Like I cannot communicate. I can't talk. But here's the
Right?
thing with here's another thing with tequila, man. You can give me like Patron, and you can give me Aristocrat tequila, and you could put this shit in a shot glass, and I probably couldn't tell you which one is which. Tequila tastes fucking disgusting across the fucking board, in my
I do
opinion.
silver Patron. I like top. I love high grade or top tier tequila. I could drink that and it's smooth. But I prefer not. I mean, I'm good. I like Seagram's vodka. I like Smirnoff. I'm good. Whatever. I'm behaved.
I'll fuck. I look, man. I drink so much I can't afford Jack Daniels. That's my favorite. I drink Jack Daniels when I have the money. But I drink fucking Kentucky Gentleman. It's kind of the knockoff Jack Daniels. But hey, man, it's like fucking $20 for like a gallon, man. This shit, it fucking it works for me, man. It tastes pretty good. It's not terrible. Mix that shit up with some Coke and some ice, man. It's kind of. I mean, you could do the Pepsi challenge with it. I'm pretty sure you could tell a difference. But for me, I like it, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the Alcoholicast. Yours
Word,
truly,
word up.
Kamikaze sound waves in a black metal gamer. Stay classy, stay sober, and stay safe.
Hey,
Don't
man.
fuck without condoms. Oh, shit, I should scream.
But no, man. Hey, look, your rap shit is like pretty fucking. Like I'm a fucking hip hop head, man. I've been listening to hip hop like since I was fucking. I can't even remember. Your fucking flows and shit are pretty fucking straight up, man. No bullshit, no blowing smoke.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I need to work on it. I found out a way to actually get like sound samples, like instead of recording my phone like against the speaker like I did for the current vids I have. I found a way to get like a actual MP3 format straight to my phone. So the next video is going to be higher quality. I want to do I want to rap about a retro pie and the beat of NWA's Dope Man. So I can't wait to do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little surprised. It's like, black metal gamer, no throwing shade, but I was like, it's all about, rock and, the guttural, but I was like, this dude can fucking flow a little bit. Like, I mean, all right, okay, all right, good shit, good shit.
That's kind of the funny thing, like with my persona, it throws people off because I'm a big metalhead, always been, but I've grown up in California, dude. I mean, you grow up with fucking gangsters, and the white boys are all wiggered out, in certain parts of the neighborhood. So I've been raised in the hip hop environment, so that's part of my upbringing. So I was like, I'm gonna do this. I don't give a fuck. It's fun.
Yeah. No, like I said, I'll say I was I mean, I will say I was not surprised, but pleasantly surprised. I was like, when you did like that fucking the one where you were like that was like Dreamcast. I'm pretty sure you can quote it because it's your fucking shit. That shit was like, I was like, dude, this dude's fucking nuts.
Oh, you're talking about straight out consoles, motherfucking fuck playing mobile. It's
Yeah.
for casual, straight fucking 10-year-olds. Games like Candy Crush or for Fancy Punks, Mario Runner. I don't give a fuck because console gaming is what I do. If you don't like it, well, fuck you. Sega Genesis is the fucking best. Makes me want to shoot a fat load on your chest. Every time I play a game of Streets of Rage, it makes me want to shoot a fat load on... Oh, I forgot my words.
No, but still right then, I'm like, dude, no, this dude's a fucking man. Good fucking shit, dude. I like that shit, man. That shit,
Awesome.
man. I saw that video. I literally, no bullshit, no blowing smoke. I watched that shit back like 10 fucking times. I even told you, I think I left a comment in your video or something. I was like, dude, I can't stop fucking laughing. Like, no bullshit. I was tearing up. But also, I was like, dude, good fucking shit, man. Good shit.
Awesome, that's kick ass. That means a lot. Yeah, a lot of my friends think it's fucking awesome. Like, dude, you need to do like a longer song with more lyrics, but like you got flows. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm not even trying.
No, that was cool, man. I like that, man. That was good shit. It's very original too, man. You don't see shit like that. People taking like an edge like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, did you finish Sonic Mania?
No, I'm playing like a little levels here and there. I think I made it past Chemical Plant. I'm really stuck on stupid on Yakuza right now. I should like take a break and play Sonic. I was playing Hellblade. That game's pretty badass, but some reason I was like, I'll take a break, and I went to Yakuza, and ever since I've been sucked into that.
Hellblade, man, that's that one like Down Phoenix was streaming like crazy, or he wasn't like talking on or whatever. That's that game, right?
Yeah, that's by Ninja Theory, the guys that did Heavenly Sword, and they actually the same people that did Devil May Cry.
Right, right, yeah, and that had me like super interested into it. Though I will say, like, I watched a couple of streams on it. Like, I think I even watched like Down Phoenix's like maybe for a couple minutes, and I was like, I don't know what like I'm not seeing. Like, it doesn't. Am I missing something? Like, is this?
It's immersive, man. It's psychological. I don't know. Did you ever play Eternal Darkness on GameCube? Where,
I
like, you
did.
hear voices going in your head and shit.
Yeah, yeah, I did. I did.
Yeah, you kind of get that experience. Like it has to do with mental illness. So you hear shit in your head, like the way you have to play by headphones too. Like playing by speaker won't do justice. It's pretty cool, but you can wait on like Black Friday. I'm pretty sure in November when there's like this big winter sale, you can probably get it for half.
Yeah, I'll go check it out, man. Probably, probably later rather than sooner. It's just, I've heard that it's fucking amazing. But like I said, like I was watching some Let's Plays, or not Let's Plays, actually, yeah, Let's Plays and streams of it, and I was like, what the fuck am I missing? Like, why is this not seeming as great as everybody's saying it? Like, I feel like I'm just missing out on something. Like, is there just something I'm not seeing? But I've gotten to the conclusion it's got to be something like it's just you got to experience it at this point.
Yeah, it's partial walk sim, but you saw the action aspect of it with puzzles. The action kind of reminds me of Rise, Son of Rome.
It's a good game.
Like, yeah, unfortunately Crytek never made a sequel. They should. Microsoft make a part 2, you fuckers.
Yeah.
God damn.
I actually did a review on that game. Like I said, I did a review straight when I started my channel, but that game was slow goings, man. Like I actually got it on Steam, not Steam. I got it on. Yeah, I got it on.
That on PC, dude. That game looks really good.
Yeah,
it's a good looking game.
Are you a PC gamer in any way, shape, or form? I'm not sure.
No, not at all.
Okay, well, fair enough because I haven't been. I'm like I got a really decent PC about 3-4 years ago at this point. Yeah, about whenever I started my fucking channel, which has been about 3 years ago or 2 years ago. That's when I got a really decent PC. My wife got it for me for Christmas because I was always like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I was like, I always want to do YouTube. YouTube seems like so easy. I can make money off of it. Clearly, that's not happening in any way, shape, or form. But I was like, man, I really want to start a channel. And she like bought me this bomb ass Alienware laptop, and she was like, here, fucking shut up or put up. Here's your fucking laptop. Fucking, do what you want to do with it. But it's a dope ass game. Go ahead.
I said, damn, good wife hooking you up an Alienware laptop? Shit.
Yeah, so I got it and anyway, like obviously the YouTube thing, et cetera, it speaks for itself. It's not going anywhere. But the thing is, like, I actually now have the ability to like play like gaming games on PC. And I played Rise, Son of Rome, man. For example, like the Retro Bro, like I talked about, like this, like yes, man, the fucking graphics on PC are just fucking phenomenal, man. But it's just such a fucking headache because you can't just fucking just nilly-willy just throw a disc in a console like you would. Like you have to configure this and configure that, and the headache is not worth it, dude. It's not fucking worth it, man. I'm so accustomed to just like.
Why I don't want a PC game. If I want to be a mechanic, I'll work on fucking cars.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean? And actually, I used your reference like when me and JRPG were talking. Like I don't know if I referenced you or not, but like when you said it, like I never heard anyone say that before. We were talking about like gamer ADHD, like that made perfect sense. Like where you fucking skip around from game to game to game to game because you can't concentrate on one. And that's what I was saying. Like I was telling him, like I fucking missed out on like a lot of fucking titles because I can't fucking concentrate on one fucking thing. You have this one thing coming out. Oh, this is great. Oh fuck it, I got to put this shit aside and play it. But what I'm getting at is like, man, you got some really great references, man.
Oh well, thank you very much.
But no, man, that's really unfortunate, man. I do feel like honestly I've missed out on some great fucking titles. But I actually want to ask you this question because I heard someone say this the other day. I asked JRPG this last night when we were streaming. I heard a streamer say, and he said that 2017 has been the best year in gaming in the last like 3 years. Do you agree to that?
I think it's been the best gaming year since probably 2007 and 1998. There's been, as far as if you're a PS4 owner or a Switch, Switch owner, I guess. But I mean, so many good titles. You got to think you got Sonic Return to Form. You got fucking a new IP, Horizon, which was kick ass. Neo was dope. I love Nier Automata. That was a great game. Yakuza Zero, another fucking Sega masterpiece. Persona 5, not my cup of tea, but still another Sega published game. Sega for the win, baby. What the fuck else do you have? You have Tales of Berseria, Kingdom Hearts, like hella games just out of the woodworks. Because you got to think the first couple of years of the 8th gen has been fucking horrible. It's been like remasters of old shit. Like no new games.
Right. Yeah, and it seems like that's all we were getting for a long time. Just remaster, and I'm like, dude, fuck off. Like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, make something original and new. I'm so sick of this remaster bullshit.
The only remaster I really, really, really want is Max Payne 3. Give me the PC edition or the PC port on the PS4, please. That's underappreciated fucking gunslinging awesome game. And probably Demon Souls.
Call me crazy, man. I've never played a Max Payne game.
They're good games, man. It's Remedy. It's the same people that did Alan Wake, so you might want to give them a try.
Yeah, Alan Wake was Alan Wake. Yeah. I know it was the same company, but for some reason, like I jumped into Alan Wake. I liked Alan Wake, so I guess I might be missing out on that shit, man. Big time.
Max Payne is it's really like detective noir. The first two are really detective noir. They're really dark. You shoot people. You got the slow down time. But if you go back to those games, they're obviously dated. But Part 3 is sick, dude. Get it on Steam. If you see it cheap, if you see it for like $10 or less, get it. That game has got the best fucking bullet physics I've seen in modern gaming for a long time. Like when you hit a motherfucker's leg, they limp and get hurt on the leg or like their arm. Kind of like how GoldenEye was on N64. It's not like Call of Duty where, you hit someone on the chest or the foot. Oh, it's a body shot.
Fucking Retro Bro is in the motherfucking house. What up, boy?
What's up? How you doing?
He said, hey guys, just released a video about the Dreamcade replay. I'm such a condescending prick. I may have gone overboard. Hey, I never played either Kamikaze. You're talking about the fucking, I think he's talking about fucking Max Payne and shit. Yeah, I know, man. I can't change so just so you know, Black Metal Gamer, my shit still says like I'm streaming Overwatch. If I go and change it right now, it's going to fuck up my whole shit.
It's cool.
I'll fucking change it. I'll fucking change it when we're done. When we're done streaming, I'll fucking I'll change over the title so people can like at least watch it in the retrospect.
Sounds cool. I don't think you really have to play the first two to get the third one. Max Payne 3 is just a really good action game. It's like a Michael Bay fucking action shooter. Like, if you want that Xbox dude bro shooting experience with just fucking balls, just play it, dude. It's fucking badass. It's a game it didn't do.
What's the Max Payne game that was like the more recently released one? It's like what's it fucking called? I know it's Max Payne 3, but it's like there's like a little subtitle behind it. Is it just Max Payne 3? Is that what it's called? The last one was Max Payne 3, right?
Yeah, that came out in 2012. Yeah, that was the last one.
And that's made by Rockstar, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, I'm fucking up. I need to play that immediately. Rockstar don't fuck around.
Really good, dude. The gunplay is fucking phenomenal. The PC version is just, it's great.
Are you a huge Grand Theft Auto player?
Not really. I mean, I was back in the day. I love San Andreas and Vice City, but GTA 5, I own it, but I'm not really into it anymore. I've been there, done that. I'm not really into open world sandbox fucking mission games. It's kind of boring to me.
Yeah, I will say like call me crazy, but I think I had more fun playing like what's their competitor? Fucking what's it called? Shit. Um, what's the name of that their competitor? That's like fucking Saints Row. Saints Row. Call me
Yeah,
crazy,
same.
man, but I think I had more fun playing Saint Rose game than I ever played like playing a Grand Theft Auto game.
Well,
They weren't serious. Like they were just very fun, fuck it, shoot shit, have fun, comic. It wasn't like a serious tone. Now I will say, San Andreas was a very different thing. But when it came after San Andreas, like I just enjoy like very comedic, fuck it, non-serious bullshit, sarcasm, etc., etc.
Well, it depends which Saints Row you're talking about. The first two were actually serious gangster tone games that are trying to compete with GTA. But as soon as Saints Row 3 and 4 came out, they were totally off the other spectrum. Like, just comic, really funny. Um, I like Get Out of Hell. That was pretty good.
Oh, Get Out of Hell was fucking fun, dude. It literally was like just fucking madness and mayhem, and like you couldn't escape how fucking fun it was. Whether you loved it or hated it, you had to at least admit that it was somewhat like comical murder, mayhem, bullshit, sarcasm, whatever. It was just fun across the board, man. It was
Oh, I
good
like
shit.
Honestly, that's another game. I like to compare, like, even though it's a multi-plat, it felt like an Xbox game. I totally had Xbox vibes playing Get Out of Hell.
Yeah, no doubt, for real. Um, and I did a review of also that game too, and I did a review of it, and I literally said in my review, I was like, I could not stop playing it. I literally played the entire campaign in one sitting. It was short, but it was short, sweet, and quick, and I liked it and I appreciated it for it. It was good stuff, man.
It was funny. The cutscenes were hilarious.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, fucking Gat was like just as fucking bad. I mean, come on, like, dude, like it's like hey, you're only using us to like lower your taxes in hell. Like, come on, like that's comedic gold, dude. That's comedic gold.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, Nintendo, please, HD port Eternal Darkness. That needs to be on the Switch store.
Yeah, and all right, another thing. I did play that game. We talked about it several times, but I never beat it. But I did play it. But I did play it. Um, Man, yeah, you're right. That game is like a port. I played it because someone enticed me. They're like, dude, you never played Eternal Darkness? They were like, I'm going home, and I'm gonna come. And this was someone I worked with. It's like he even told me, he's like, I'm going home, and I'm gonna come back. He's like, you have a GameCube? So yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna give you the disc. You need to play this shit. I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life, but you need to play this shit. You need to play it right now. I was like, all right, cool, man. But yeah, I got far enough into it to realize it was a fucking crazy, off the wall, horror, fucking just crazy shit, dude.
In my opinion, that was Nintendo reaching beyond their spectrum to fucking make something innovative, creative, and genius. Like, I missed that. They need to do that more, in my opinion. I
I
mean,
like,
yeah, I mean, that's my gripe with the Switch. Like, yeah, we're gonna get the Mario Karts, the Yoshi, all those games. That's expected, but I want something that's different. I want a new experience.
did you play? There was another one on the Wii that was very abstract and weird. Did you play Madhouse or Mad World?
Mad World, a motherfucker. I played it vaguely on my friend's Wii. I have it too, but no, I haven't beat it.
No, and I didn't beat it either, but I did play it. But it was another like one of those like really just good abstract games that Nintendo can do if they choose to do, and or let someone else do it because clearly they have no fucking hand in that shit. They just
By the way, that's Sega and Platinum.
oh yeah,
Just saying,
absolutely. Platinum, man,
Sega's
Platinum Games is fucking amazing if you ask me. I love Platinum Games. I think they do shit so well when they do it.
they are great when they can, but they have some garbage games. Don't play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or The Legend of Korra. Those games are crap. But those games are like their B team. So That's a different kind of. Those are different semantics with their, their whole company.
Yeah, I'm working actually. I'm not working. I've had this review in the works for a long time because I told you I used to do I do reviews in a certain style, but I've been doing a review of Transformers. What was the one that Platinum Games made? The Transformer game. Um, what the fuck is it called? Anyway, I've been working on a review for that like for a long time. I have the whole voiceover done. I've just been editing it very slowly every couple of days. I may edit a few like pieces on it.
Are you talking about Transformers Devastation?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That one. Did you like that game?
Oh, yeah, I did like it. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's in the middle. It's like a 6.5, maybe a 7. It has fan service and it looks great. Like if you love '80s Transformers, it's for you. My problem with it, it's a little repetitive and it gets samey, but what do you expect? It was a budget title, but overall, it's a good game. It's probably the best Transformer throwback game you can get.
All right,
Way better
but
than
did you think that game was difficult? Did you think it was a hard game?
no.
Really? What the fuck is wrong with me then? Because I really thought the game was difficult. I thought it was very difficult. What the fuck? Did you play it on normal or easy?
I just play it on normal. Whenever a game is on a default setting, I just play it on normal. If
Yeah.
I love the game that much and I want to go for it again, it's kind of like having sex with a chick that was cool. You want to fuck her again, but get more rowdy, then yeah, crank that shit up. But
Yeah, I have the Goldilocks syndrome. I play just about everything on normal. I'll play it if I liked it. When I'm done with it,
make
I'll play it
it
on
like
hard.
I think me playing like all the Demon Souls, Dark Souls games kind of like enhanced my gameplay because I was kind of a shitty player before that too.
Well, I mean, here's the thing with it. Like, it just maybe I wasn't ready for it, and maybe I like kind of dumbed it down, or maybe I just um, was over exaggerating, thinking how easy it could be because it's a Transformer game. But I will say that I played it, and like I legitimately like remember getting my ass handed to me time and time and time again, big time too. So
Well, yeah, because it's all about button mashing, and then you got to dodge at the right time. Otherwise, you'll just fucking get wasted. So it's all about like dodging for that slow mo shit.
right, so I guess if you're coming something from like playing like fucking Bloodborne, dude, you get that shit on fucking lock. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're not
Oh
to be
yeah,
trifled with.
yeah, pretty much. God, that game is so good. I want to replay it again. I platinum it, and I still want to replay it. I made a Trevor Belmont build. I made him look like Castlevania 3 Trevor Belmont. Got like his whole suit going on, whips only. I'm ready to go. I'm doing that for Halloween though.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do for Halloween, man. Halloween's a big deal for me and the family. But I
Hopefully
don't.
that comes out for PS4 and Xbox One. That'd be pretty dope. A remake.
Yeah. But hey, man, it's been good shit, man. Thanks for coming on, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this shit, man. It's going to like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning where I'm at. Actually, it's going to like
Yeah,
fucking 4:30.
yeah, it's 12:30 over in my hood. So
Hey, but man, much obliged, man. This has been a fucking fun ass time, dude. Hey, man, anytime in the future, man, hit me up, man. I'm down to do this whenever. I actually hit up Bio and Bio Phoenix and Simon Slater. I was like, hey, man, you guys need to come on, man. Just chat it up and like, I guess they're like, not down for like those type of things. I don't know, but I tried to reach out to them. I was like, hey, man, just for fucking fun and for shit and whatever. But they weren't really down for it, I don't think.
kind of different strokes for different folks, but I'm always down. I'm a chatterbox. I can talk for days.
Yeah, me
Kind of
too,
talk too much.
absolutely. But hey, man, hey, but for real, seriously, man, I really do appreciate you coming on, man. It's been a fucking fun ass time.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely,
Good
man.
shit.
I'll check you in the next one, bro.
All right, buddy. I'll
Later.
talk to you the next time.
Later.